Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy right here. Woodward Sports Network. Neal, Ruhl, Lindsey, Hunter in for D-Mac. We got Spencer Raxter. We got new guy Kenny in for Kenny. Mike Gentry. That's right. NGK in the house. Happy to have you all with us. And it's the getaway day before the holiday. Lions on the precipice of a division championship. The Pistons fell again last night. Even the Get Right and D-Mac in attendance couldn't save them. There's a lot to get into. Lindsey, Terry Foster will join us at noon, our Black Santa Insider. So you can have all your questions for Black. It's a very popular segment, Lindsey. I don't know why, but it is. The people demanded it. What's up, man?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to be in my holiday festive mood, but my Pistons keep just putting a damper on my mood.
You said they were going to the playoffs, Lindsey.
Yes.
You sat in that chair and said that.
Look, I stand on what I say, and when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm right, I was right. But I was right about the Lions. I was dead wrong about the Pistons. Yeah. Dead wrong.
At least you got the Niners. Niners aren't going to let you down.
Yes. Tammy Chin, last day of work for me till January 8th. Merry Christmas to me. Good for you, Tammy. Yeah, get it in, Tammy.
Oh, I forgot she works at a school, man.
My wife's got the same deal. She's off till January 8th. Yeah. But look, let's get it in. Let's get into it. But it is Christmas, and look, the Pistons aren't going to bring down my Christmas vibe or any of that, Lindsey, because I'm excited still. Christmas, man, it's still pretty dope, Lindsey. It is.
No, Christmas is, it's a festive time of year. It's a time of year we should be happy and celebrate our families and celebrate other things that bring joy to us. One of those things used to be the Pistons for me. Used to bring joy to me.
He's just determined. You're just determined to get into it. He's determined. And look, I wanted to do a thing. Okay, how about we do an emergency Piston session?
Yeah, it's an emergency.
The next segment, we'll do it. We're going to get into the Lions stuff.
Break glass on emergency.
Break glass in case of emergency. we are Lindsey, because I wanted to look. We can talk about ownership and roster construction and all those things, but damn it, Lindsey, I want to know on the floor what is the problem on the floor? Because again, let's get to a baseline on it, Lindsey.
Right.
And for me. Again, you guys have heard me say this before. And I'll say this. Watching Cade Cunningham in that post-game presser, it matters to him. I don't have any questions about Cade Cunningham. He's above it for me. He's given everything he's got. He played well, and it matters to him. He was emotional about it in the press conference.
Damn near cried.
Dude,
yeah?
I mean, it's hard.
It matters to him.
He's not signing a second deal.
Well,
enjoy him while he lasts.
See, I hear everybody saying that, but Lindsey, if you want the max,
oh yeah, if he wants the max, he's going
to stay here. So easy on that.
He's more valuable here than he would be anywhere else. And circumstances matter in these situations. No matter what you have to have some type of bargaining power. He has none. He doesn't have much bargaining power.
And Lindsey, this is usually my speciality.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But Lindsey, you know this intimately.
Yes.
If he wants the super max, he's got to stay.
Yes.
And that's the way that it works. So let's just put the water on that right now, okay? That's over with. That's done. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Happy Black Santa Day, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes. We will be getting into it. I will not be reading text about fifths of Hennessy and stuff like that. We're not doing that because that's not what Black Santa's about. So we won't be doing those. But Lindsey, getting back to it. Cade, Duran, Ivy showed out last night. Asor Thompson's going through a bit of a stretch right now. Had a very, very good start to the season. But again, people seem to be in lockstep about that. About that core, right?
Right.
It's Benmo.
Yeah.
I gotta reaffirm because I'm working backwards here. New guy Kenny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the core.
Okay. So that's the core. So we're there. And guys, look, we'll talk about the ownership and stuff like that. I'm talking on the floor right now. So we like that core. Lindsey, on the floor, as it stands, like last night, through the last 20-plus games. Give me the basketball reasons. Why isn't it working?
To me, and this is just because I've watched a ton of games, and I've watched in every objective way possible. You know how you watch something and you go, man, that just doesn't fit. You know what I mean? Like, you can look at certain things and you go, it just doesn't fit. You can look at football teams and see a quarterback in a situation where it just doesn't fit. It appears to me, and when you bring a new coach in, a new coach has his personality, he has his ways that he wants to play. How he would perceive himself. Hey, this is the team I would ideally like. These are the pieces I would ideally like. This is how I would like to play. There's a certain style. Every coach, it's just the way you are. I just don't think what we have fits what Monty wants to do. And when you look, it shows every single night. Like, it's like a square, piece trying to go into a round plug. It's not mending. And no matter how hard they play or, the first sign of adversity, man, the team crumbles. They crumble.
And look, I knew that there was trouble afoot when I looked in the first quarter. I had some Oakland duties last night, so I couldn't keep watching the game. I was keeping up on the box score. I knew there was trouble afoot when there were 7 turnovers in the first half, in the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, I knew that there was trouble afoot. It's just when I look at it, Lindsey, you talk about square pegs, round holes, and again, from a roster perspective, like the guys that are on the floor, how do you make this work, Lindsey?
Well, there's look. Unfortunately, in situations like this, we're in the NBA, the NFL, everything has turned into a microwave environment. In the NFL, when you draft a new quarterback, what used to be the standard for a new rookie quarterback? What did they used to do to them?
Sit for a couple of years.
They would sit for a couple of years.
Let them marinate.
What is happening now?
You
right
go.
in there.
First year starter, baby.
And Lindsey, look, you and I differed. Like when you said this team's ready to make a playoff push and stuff like that. I did push back on you, Lindsey, and I said, Lindsey, you got a starting 5 out there that's 22 years old, man. That should still be in college. And see, this is where I struggle with it all. Mm-hmm. Because when I say, well, they had 7 turnovers in the first quarter, they're all 22 and under.
Okay, that's fine. Bogey's not 22.
Bogey's not 22, and I understand that.
A couple of other guys that are coming off the bench, they're
Bagley's
veterans.
not. Yeah, I get it.
They have some veterans. So, and I think I've said this to you guys several times. The equivalent team in the West to the Pistons, to me, that I've always compared, was the Houston Rockets. They're very young. They have a few veterans that have been inserted. And they're right around what I thought the Pistons would be.
But the difference, though,
they float.
They went and got Fred VanVleet.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
We got Monte Morris. He hadn't played.
You see where I'm going with that, though? And people, if they would have signed Fred VanVleet to that deal here, people would have been pissed for that money. But the Rockets went all in on it.
I don't think people, I mean, knee-jerk reaction, people probably initially would have been pissed, but Fred VanVleet is a proven.
No doubt. Love Fred VanVleet. Spenny likes Fred VanVleet. We've talked about Fred VanVleet a lot.
Proven veteran that can get the job done on the court.
Fred Van Yeet.
Right.
Yeet.
So those things I don't worry about. I just thought we would be comparable to Houston Rockets because the situations are basically the same. New coach, young team, add a couple of vets. You're going to hover around below and above 500 all year.
Mm-hmm.
But Lindsey, like last night, okay? Kate Cunningham, 28, 6 and 10. Ivy, 24, 5 and 7. 3 steals for Ivy, but 5 turnovers. Kate had 6 turnovers. It's a young backcourt, and Lindsey, you know this better than anybody that's watching in this building, in this city right now. This league will chew you up.
No doubt.
When you are 22 years old and under. It just will.
Yes, but see, here's the thing you have to be careful about, and as fans have to be careful about this. Organizations have to be careful about this. I'm a big Cade Cunningham advocate. I think he's a wonderful player. I think he'll be an all-star. I've witnessed a rookie Derrick Rose. I sat next to him and mentored him for 2 years.
It was different.
Derrick Rose, as a rookie, would not let us lose certain games. That's a generational talent.
God, D-Rose pre-injury was so special.
I'm just saying, there are expectations, I think, unfairly put on Cade. I think Cade is a wonderful talent. He's a guy we have to keep. He's a corner piece of our organization. Yes. There's a difference when you get a generational guy.
We saw it in the NBA 2 nights ago. Ja Morant, first game back from a suspension, drops 30, 35, 34, hits the game winner on a Grizzlies team that has, 6, 7 wins on the year?
Yeah. And the talk was he's going to play 15 minutes, and that's it. And he comes out there. And
I love Ja Morant. He is one of my him and Anthony Edwards are like my favorite players in the league right now. And he went out there and he proved he is one of the best basketball players in the world.
And that's what I'm talking about. Generational talent does things that you know that they can carry a team. On any given night, they may come out and just carry you to a victory. That's what generational talent does.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. And these are a couple things I do not agree with. Steve Wild, you got it or you don't. Cade, don't. I disagree with that 1,000%. If you want to talk like generational dudes, like generational score, that's different. Yeah. That is different. Cade Cunningham will be a winning basketball player in the NBA and put up numbers and be a very, very big piece to a good team at some point in his career. I've seen it in college. I called his games in college. I have seen this guy and the evolution and what he can do on the basketball floor. He will make the basketball play. Right. He's playing the point right now.
He's an elite shot creator.
Elite.
Yeah.
And he is something that you don't see a lot of in the NBA right now. Kind of a five-tool guy.
Yeah. Right.
He can do what the situation calls for. He is a good player. So I take exception to that comment right there. I take exception to that because he is a high-level basketball player.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
End of story.
No doubt.
And last night in that press conference, how you saw this shit matters to him.
He was broken.
No doubt.
He's all in.
And it's hard to watch because you watch a guy that's, he's giving it everything he has. And just like, man, we can't win a game.
Bro went for 40+, and they still lost by 10.
And see, and so I was talking to my son. We were riding back from school yesterday, and he was like, man, Dad, Cade had 40-something. I said, dude, Cade's wonderful. I said, but there's a difference. I said, there's just a difference of impact that a generational guy has on a game like that. I watched Derrick Rose get 39, a triple-double 39 in the playoffs on Boston. And we won.
Yeah.
It was a different, I'm like, good Lord. Like,
seeing him go toe-to-toe with LeBron, hit a game winner against the Cavs.
Yeah.
Like, it's a difference.
Coming off ACL surgery.
Dude, and so, not saying that that's the only way to win games, but, I mean, build a great team. You look at the 04 Pistons, would you say anybody was generational? I think Ben Wallace was a generational defensive guy.
Right.
Once-in-a-lifetime defender.
Don't tell Sam Flannel that, please.
Whatever. But, and that was a special team. That was just different. He had a generational talent in Rasheed Wallace. Generational talent.
Yes.
Kevin
Garnett says he's the best power forward he's ever played against.
Yeah, no doubt. Most talented, I'm telling you, most talented power forward by far I've ever seen. A guy that's 7 feet that could do everything. Super intelligent, basketball knowledge off the charts. So that team was different. To win in the NBA, you either have to fall into a special situation like that where you got 5 guys that, that are really, really good, or you got generational talent on the floor and a good supporting cast.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. And look, maybe I will have to draw the sword for Cade, I guess. Mitten made generational talent versus great player. DJ says, yeah, Cade is good, but he's not Wemby, Zion, Ja, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Don't act like Wemby wasn't out there. They were losing 18 games in a row with him too, because they did. Like I know that kind of went by. Lindsey, I know, but don't act like that didn't happen. It did.
The kid's 18.
I know.
Right.
How old's Cade?
21.
21.
Yeah.
18 and 21 is totally different.
Lindsey, I know, but let's just hold on a second.
Wemby probably doesn't even have hair on his balls yet.
He is French.
His nutsack hadn't failed yet.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He probably can't even go to Dispo legally yet.
He definitely cannot go to Dispo. But
that was an elite transition.
That was great. All you have to do is experience Dispo Romeo, a team that curates an exclusive atmosphere, nothing like this. Mixed with fresh inventory from Michigan's greatest variety of products. The first ever cannabis mall of its kind is conveniently located off Van Dyke and 32 Mile Road in Romeo. Join them in celebrating this Christmas season. Hang out with Santa at Dispo Romeo every Friday and Saturday up until Christmas. Don't miss out. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Hey, what about Jack Labrador, everybody? That's right, it's a holiday season. Going to be spending a lot of time with family. Going to be throwing around some cards. I got a new card game for you. Jack Labrador, that's what it is. It should be the #1 overall pick in your stocking stuffer draft this holiday season. 1 deck, 3 games, fun for the whole family, less than $20. Yes, yes, and yes. You'll love Jack Labrador more than you love Sam Laporte or Jahmyr Gibbs. How about that? Draft your holiday stocking stuffers like Brad Holmes. Draft at jacklabrador.com or scan the QR code on your screen right now. It's Jack Labrador.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
The Long Drink live every home game for the official Lions VIP tailgate party. It's at Eastern Market in shed number 5, and it's always a bash. Starting at 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. until game time, the official Lions tailgate is back and better than ever. How would you like to pregame with Woodward Sports and be treated like a VIP? Food, beverages, and entertainment all included. Get your tickets online today at bullseyeeventgroup.com or win some from Woodward Sports today. Just subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and direct message Lions VIP.
Back at it, Big D Energy. We're off and running here on a Friday. Neal, Ruhl, Lindsey, Hunter in for D-Mac, new guy Kenny in the house, Spencer Raxter as well. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jump into there, get your thoughts. Rax says Wemby still believes in Santa. So there's that.
That is true.
there is that out there as well. But yeah, I'm not dealing well with the Cade slander in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, right? If you think Cade Cunningham's the problem, then I can't help you. I can't help you.
No, he's not the problem. He's definitely not the problem. He's part of the solution.
He's part of the solution.
Right.
So, we need to figure it out, and I was trying to understand what's happening on the court. Why is it like this right now?
Well, look, the thing is, man, when you're in a situation like this, I'm just a firm believer, like, all bets are off. Like, when it's time to make a deal, you have to look at every situation. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to be willing to make a deal. Like, you got to be willing to listen to whoever wants to talk about making some trades.
And I hear that in Deja Andrews in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Something needs to happen. The Pistons are disrespecting the city. But, like, we need to get past the emotion of that moment. Today is not the day you make a deal. 2 days from now is not the day you make a deal. You see what I'm saying, Lindsey? Like, you gotta look at timing and markets and everything like that. You get on the phone right now, you're desperate. And look, is it desperate times? But really, what's different? Like, the season's over. It's over.
Don't tell me.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, we know that.
Sounds
Right,
right.
for anyone wondering.
Yeah, for anyone wondering, the season is over. So what's the difference now? You make the trade now, next month. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not taking a bad deal at a bad time out of emotion, but that's just me.
Being the worst team in the history of the NBA.
Well, can you?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to win, 7 games for the rest of the year?
They're going to win 7 games.
What was the Bobcats record? I don't know if they're going to win another game.
No, honestly.
They just lost to the Jazz.
Don't get him started.
Without their 2 top scorers and 4 of their top 6 scorers.
Coffee, they win another game?
No.
Okay.
They lost
Coffee,
to the
they get to
Wizards
9?
by 20.
Coffee, they
I'll
get to
do
9?
that. Yeah.
All right, I'm putting it in the book.
I'll do a coffee bet that they get to 9.
You won't be getting that coffee till like March sometime.
They are. If they can't beat the Wizards, if they're losing to the Wizards by 20, if they're losing to the Jazz without 4 of their 6 best players by 10, you're not beating anybody in this league.
Hold on, I'm putting
They
it in the book.
suck. They fucking suck. Tom Goris, wake your ass up on your drunken stupor and come do something. Get Art and Ed, tell them the fuck out of here. They've been trash for 15 years. Get rid of them.
Ed Stefanski too, all of them.
Sell the team. Get these bums out of the front office. Like, do something. You are on track to have the worst team in the history of the National Basketball Association. That's bad. That's bad, Tom. I understand you just like throwing shirts out at the game, but Jesus Christ, man, take some accountability. Do something.
Dude,
this is awful product.
Smitty, you know when it really hit me the hardest? Because, see, as a kid, I grew up in the South.
Yeah.
And I was, I've always been a 49er fan since I was a kid. But when I growing up, New Orleans is the closest. New Orleans is an hour from my hometown. They would show the Saints every night on the news with paper bags over their heads.
Yeah.
And
The
they would call
Aints.
them the Aints.
Yep.
So I grew up in the Aints era, like, oh, they're the Aints, laughing at them, joking about them.
This is the instance.
What I saw on ESPN broke my heart. There were paper bags in the arena at the LCA. People had paper bags over their head with "sell the team" written across them.
As they should.
That hurt me, man.
I wouldn't want to show my face paying for tickets to see this trash-ass team.
That hurt me, bro. I was hurt. I was like, no.
And I love basketball. I love the Pistons. That Pistons parade was like more enjoyable for me than the Red Wings parade was, just because of how much I love basketball and I love the Pistons. They're my team. This is fucking god awful. You're dog shit. You've been dog shit. You've been the worst franchise for the past 5 years in the history of professional sports. Like, do something, Tom. Do something. Act like you care. Act like you want to change something.
King said they were chanting "sell the team" last night.
Yeah, they were. It's documented on video.
There was Fire Monty chants going, and then Fire Weaver chants, and then everybody got in on sell the team.
I heard it was a huge crowd, too, at
Yeah.
the game.
A lot of people thought they would sneak this one out. They
Yeah.
were 2-point favorites.
Dude, didn't we look over the schedule together and we looked at the 21st?
This is the one we picked.
It was like, oh yeah, the 21st, we got Utah coming to town.
Yeah, me, you, and Kool-Aid. That was
Yeah.
the one we picked.
We put the get right on them last night. We got wrong. 51-21, by the way. Sorry about that, guys. We knew we had a freebie because we got that unit coming when the Lions win the division. So
And don't, I think
we got a little flippant with that one. I'm not gonna lie, but I was trying. I was trying to help the team. Everybody.
man, it's just, man, it just breaks my heart, dude, to see the organization in shambles like this. It's like I just never thought we would be this bad after being. People, look, last year we knew what last year was. We were trying to get the sweepstakes for Wembanyama. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
There's nobody to sweepstake for.
We're not trying to get sweepstakes this year.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who the number 1 pick was going to be right now.
I'll tell you what, that kid at Kentucky looked pretty good. Mitchell?
Yeah, he's really good, but I don't know See, here's another situation where this year's number 1 pick is going to be a guy. He's going to be a guy.
Not a dude.
not a dude.
Yeah.
And he's going to be the number 1 pick and gets labeled with that. So what do you expect out of number 1 picks? To be the generational talents. But sometimes in certain drafts, you get a guy, you get Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
You get Anthony Bennett.
You get, oh,
Ooh,
God.
even
No,
worse.
don't say that.
Even worse.
That's different.
Michael Olowokande. Yeah. Remember that
Oh,
bit?
God, Olowokande.
Markelle Fultz.
God, Candyman. Yeah, we don't want any of that.
You ever block your shot, Lindsey?
I don't even think he ever played when I played against him. I never saw the guy play like when we played him. He was always on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. It always seems like the Pistons are, the bridesmaid, never the bride. Because when those drafts come around, we're never, they never give us any love, man. Like the Wemby draft, how are we picking 5th and we're the worst team in the league? Like I don't understand.
Well,
the lottery
Kool-Aid.
is kind of like a setup.
Kool-Aid, here's the thing, though. See, we got the number 1 pick one year.
Yeah. And that resulted in Cade, but Cade appears to be a number 2. Am I wrong by saying that?
No, you're not wrong by saying that, but you can't, like, look, I don't know what the formula is for the draft. I know it's supposedly it's a
Lottery is a sham,
It's
man.
a lottery. It's a chance. Why you looking like that, Neal?
What?
Rigged.
You're looking
It's
like,
a sham.
Yeah, it's a chance. All right.
It's not as much of a sham as the NHL lottery, but it's still rigged.
Spenny stood on business and called a shot, too,
I
with
did.
the Spurs. He
I won
called
coffee
it. I had
on
to
it.
buy him coffee.
I said Spurs number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Neal had the field. I had the Spurs.
Yeah.
They built a $74 million practice facility before the draft even took place. You mean to tell me they didn't know they was getting the first pick?
No, that was just from all the championships they've won.
Oh, okay.
Sappy Johnson. I like the Pistons' chances with the Nets. I'm going to the game on Tuesday. I'll stop this myself. In person.
Mikal Bridges is going
Good
for
luck.
40.
D-Mac couldn't do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
We should be able to beat the Nets, though.
Yeah, we should have been able to beat the Jazz.
Yeah, we've said that about a lot of
We
teams.
should have
now.
been able to beat the Wizards.
We've said that about so many teams.
And it's
this rebuild's
crazy,
going
man,
in
because
reverse.
I'm a Piston slappy, so I'm sitting there defending, and I'm fighting everybody. Everybody I know, they're like, dude. I'm like, dude, y'all giving me so much negative energy. This is why our team is not winning right now. I need positivity. You guys, every time I talk about the team, you guys.
Negative energy.
Lindsey, stop it. You guys are going to lose. I'm
the
like, no, dude.
The positivity has been ripped from my soul.
I'll give you some positive
I don't
energy about
remember
home
what it's
security.
like
Well, go ahead.
I don't remember what it's like to feel the Pistons win a game.
No, seriously. When's the last time they won a
I
playoff
was,
series?
Look, we're not talking about a playoff series right now, new guy. Kid.
Yes.
We're talking about winning
been-
a game.
A playoff game. I think it was like 09.
Not even
Yes,
a
but
playoff
just
game.
think
Okay.
back to how
A
think back to
playoff
how
game.
long that
A
was.
playoff
though.
game was like
Can we
09.
win a
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
We're trying to win a game.
I
We're
was at the
fighting for
last
our
game
lives
the
right
Pistons
now.
won.
I
Their
understand,
home
but just-
opener this year. The last game the Pistons won. I was there. Zach LaVine went for 50, but the Pistons won.
Bring 'em home?
I did the broadcast on that.
I don't give a shit anymore.
Bring him home, Spenny?
I'm broken.
Ooh.
Zach LaVine, bring him home.
Yes! If we can get Zach LaVine, yes!
They'll win a
Hell
game.
yeah. We'll do it in a heartbeat.
What are you giving? Make me give them to you. What are you giving me?
What you want? Make a proposition.
Ivy Stew in the first.
And a suite at LCA.
And
I'll
Armin
take
Tell
Cade
him-
in your first.
No.
Okay. Good luck.
All right, let me tell you about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. They're professional technicians. Take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime. And know that a Guardian Alarm team member will be on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves. Technology has been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT, and let them know Big D Energy sent you. We also got Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand to offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White and Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
You guys have heard me talk about Fairway Packing Company for a very, very long time. The reason? I like steaks. I do. Fairway Packing Company, they got the market cornered on it. Any good steak you've ever had in this town probably came from Fairway Packing Company. Casinos, hotels, restaurants, etc. They got a grab-and-go steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods. Guys, it'll change your grilling life. The prime beef, the dry-aged beef, the Wagyu beef, all of it. The finest meats in all the land at Fairway Packing. Go to fairwaypacking.com today. Be real. If you're grilling this holiday season, I will be. Spenny will be. The meat's got to come from Fairway Packing Company. Go to fairwaypacking.com. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, the last show before the Christmas holiday. Terry Foster will be here at noon. It is the annual Black Santa episode that everybody likes so much. We will not be reading your text on the show about Hennessy and stuff like that. We're not doing all that stuff, guys. We're going to talk with Terry, our Black Santa insider, and see what's going on this year. He's had some communication with Black Santa. We'll discuss it. And Christmas as a whole, the best gifts you got, etc. I am excited. I am also excited for the Detroit Lions on the precipice of a division championship, the first one in 30 years. Lindsey, do you realize that? Because I talked about it earlier this week, and I think the people agreed that we were sleeping on this, man. This is kind of like a New Year's countdown.
Well, people were sleeping on it because they're nitpicking about all the things they see wrong. So you get caught up in the things you see wrong and not realize that you're on, the precipice of something very special that hadn't happened in 30 years. You know what I mean? Like, let's celebrate what's going on right now and not be so nitpicking about, how slow Jared Goff is. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Got some WoodwardSports.com text thread in here.
I'm enjoying the ride.
These are the things we're staying away from Nap God. Does Black Santa smoke Newports or Black and Milds? We're not doing that.
Black and Milds.
Definitely.
Don't feed.
Definitely Black and Milds. Woodtip wines. I used to get down.
You guys done?
After a session, go to the gas station, grab a brisk, 2 honey buns, and a Woodtip wine. Good way to end the night.
New guy Kenny, do you have anything to add?
Nah.
The frost. You remember when the frosted honey buns were 2 for $1?
That was a different day.
Different day.
Inflation a motherfucker.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Lindsey, got a Hennessy reset or something you want to jump in with?
Take a shot of Hennessy.
No,
I'm strong
right.
enough to face the madness.
All right. Doug says Black Santa says sell the team, Tom. There's that out there as well. I'm already uncomfortable. No, we will not talk about looting Walmart for gifts or anything. We're not doing all that, guys. We'll talk about that later.
Where they're looting Walmart at?
I don't know. I don't know what.
That doesn't happen in Michigan.
I don't know what everybody's talking about.
Only happens in LA and Chicago.
They're talking about Woodtip wine, though. Like
Woodtip wine, man. I'm telling you, the Woodtip wine was the move.
Lorena Rios, Swisher Sweets washed down with Boone's Farm.
Oh,
I am Team Snow Creek Berry. I'm not gonna lie. I wish we had. Somebody send some to the studio. Snow Creek Berry.
For real.
Bottles around for
Strawberry
everybody.
Hill.
Yes. No, we're not. No, we're not doing that. All right, Lions, everybody. Lions, Vikings this weekend. No, and look, I know Spenny does a great job setting up the show sheet and asking the questions and like keys to victory and playmakers for Minnesota. But Lindsey, for me, this is a statement game. This is, I'm less concerned with game plan. This is an attitude game for me, Lindsey, because you wrap this thing up pre-Christmas. You get the T-shirts. Spencer's going to be at Meijer copping his T-shirt, getting it in. NFC North champions. We talked about it. It's okay to get the T-shirt this time. It's okay to get the hat unless it's really ugly. Like if it's a really ugly, it's got to be somewhat passable. The hat does. You know how sometimes the mugs can get ugly. Not this time. It can't be. El Gato. Read it, Neal. Read it. No. But Lindsey, that's all cute to talk about game plans and playmakers and stuff like that. For me, Lindsey, this is very, very simple. You go into Minnesota and you do what you do. And namely what you do is you run for about 170 yards. Right. Goff throws for about 275 and 3 scores. And you keep it pushing and you get the T-shirt. Am I oversimplifying this?
No, you're not. This is a game that this is called a business game. You go take care of business. You don't – all the cute, fancy game planning is all good and dandy to talk about. But you got to go in there and you got to punch them right in the nose. Square off in the nose from the time the game starts. And let them know, hey, this is business. This is not fun and games. We're here to win at all cost. I'm not big into like celebrating all that. I've been spoiled, by winning championships, so I don't celebrate. I know it's a big thing for the Lions, and I'm happy for them. I predicted that they would be here from day one.
You did,
but Lindsey, go harken back to when a young Lindsey Hunter was drafted. Mm-hmm. From teal uniforms to a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that hit a little different for everybody.
Yeah, but I guess think about it. My first championship was with the Lakers, and being in that environment, when we won the Western Conference championship, nobody celebrated.
Yeah, you're different. You walked into a different situation.
Yeah, everybody was looking.
You're a bad.
So I'm looking around.
You're a bad reference.
I'm looking around to see we won the Western Conference. Everybody did like this. Nobody even took the shirts and hats. They were like, "Yeah, we don't want this.
Job's not finished."
Where's the post-game meal?
I was like, damn, what's going on? What's really going on? It was like, hey, we only celebrate championships.
That's the most badass interview, the Kobe interview, when he's up 2-0. And you don't seem happy to be up 2. He's like, why would I be happy? Job's not finished. That's the Mamba mentality personified right there.
Yes.
And you have Spencer going from Mamba mentality to our chat room with Matthew Catterall saying, Black Santa listens to mumble rap Christmas songs in his Crown Victoria.
Future. You banging Future in the sleigh?
Hey, Future's a goat. No Future slander. I love Future.
I was slandering.
Big Future guy.
Future's okay. Future's the most, how can I say this, influential negative rapper that you would ever hear.
That's fair.
Is that fair?
The king of toxicity.
Yeah, that's what he is. Oh.
If she catch me cheating, I will never tell her sorry.
Oh, my gosh. Ryan's reaction. I just got back from the corner store. Sorry it took so long. Black Santa held up the line by buying scratch-offs. I feel like that the news anchor on Saturday Night Live right now. That's what I feel like.
That's fair.
That is exactly what I feel like. We're gonna get there, guys. Second hour, just 20 minutes away. Everybody, I feel like William Wallace right now. Mel Gibson in playing William Wallace. Hold.
Yeah.
Hold.
Everybody's saying Future sucks. Future's terrible. Go listen and Know the Meaning. Tell me Future's terrible. It's an amazing song.
Steve O'Baby.
Which song?
Know the Meaning.
Oh.
See, this is what I'm not for here. Steve O'Baby says, Neal, wouldn't you agree that this is the biggest game in Jared Goff's life?
No. He played in a fucking Super Bowl, bro.
And that's Spenny saying that.
What? Jesus Christ.
See, like this, this is what I'm up against today. Like, between that and the Cade sucks and this is the biggest game in Jericho, everybody take a step back today, all right?
But you know how people get emotional. Those are emotional. Those are emotional statements. Those are prisoner of the moment statements. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, this is the biggest game of his life. We got to go in here.
It's just a regular-ass 1 o'clock Sunday
We
game.
got to go in here and beat the Vikings. They're the Vikings.
Yeah. No, Lindsey, I was told they're going to run down the Lions in the division. Then they went out and lost 3 or 4 at the snap of a finger. Nick Mullins out there throwing the ball off the screen when he throws a deep ball like Jack Trudeau and Tecmo Bowl.
Dude, I told you guys last year. I remember when they were. How many games they win last year? 13?
Yeah, a lot of one scores.
Yeah.
I told y'all they were fraudulent last year. I said it the whole season.
11 one-score wins.
I was like, they're fraudulent.
Spenny, can you do me? I'm going to ask you this one time. I've never asked you for this before.
Okay.
In the chat thread. Can you please read the highlighted one, please?
All right, where's all right, Q Ball 93 says Black Santa getting all his big booty elves pregnant. Hey, nothing wrong with the big booty elf.
Black Santa got a lot of BMs.
All I want for my birthday is a big booty. All I want for my birthday is a big booty. Isn't that a song, Spenny?
Oh, yeah. She got a big booty, so I call her Big Booty. Skirt.
Classic.
That's a classic for sure. I'm in the kitchen. Yams everywhere.
David Witt, last time we won a playoff game, caller ID didn't exist.
Oof.
Which is true.
Yeah.
But yes.
Last time we won a playoff game, I didn't exist.
Spencer Raxter didn't exist.
My sister didn't exist.
He's old enough to have tax problems now.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
IRS's #1 op, and I didn't exist the last time they won a playoff game.
Why are people talking about Stafford's going to win a playoff game in Detroit? What is all this about?
Stafford's like pretty damn good the past like 5 games.
And I've been screaming that the NFL is setting up the
They
script
call
for the
him
Rams.
backdoor Santa. Dun, dun. He only comes around once a year.
We talked about that yesterday. A man is here early in studio. Should we call the audible and break off early?
We can call the audible. We can go to break.
People ready for Black Santa.
Are you ready for Black Santa, new guy Kenny?
Yeah, this is my first experience, so you know.
Man, this was an all-time bit.
If you, oh God, Terry Foster is in the building.
Yes, sir.
He of the Woodward and Maine Lions twice a week Lions show. He is also our Black Santa insider. When we come back, it is time, everybody. But it is also time for comfort foods from Big Boy. They got it all lined up for you. The veal parmesan, the Southern Comfort Bowl. That's what Spencer's got his eye on. All of it. More of a breakfast person. Stuffed potato pancake. We're talking about that hearty comfort food that you eat in the wintertime, because it's going to be winter until like the end of March here. Probably into April for a couple weeks.
Definitely.
So Big Boy's got you lined up. They got you covered. They also have the apple pie hotcakes. You can go that route. Top it all off with the gingerbread shake. It's time for comfort foods, everybody, which means it's time to get to your local Big Boy today.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists, and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
All right, everybody, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Last show before the Christmas holiday, so you know what that means. Terry Foster is here. He's in the house.
That's right.
He's kind enough to join us to spread some holiday cheer. New guy Kenny, welcome to your first experience. He is our Black Santa insider. So everybody, get your questions for Terry Foster in about Black Santa. So Terry, we'll start right there. What was the summer like for Black Santa? Where are we right now?
Well, before we get into that, I want to apologize to Caucasians. And here's why. There's this poll that said 23% of white people did not want their child to visit Black Santa.
Wow.
So now I got all pissed off. So, man, these racist MFs, man, these white people, why can't you just, blah, blah, blah. Well, I did some more research and found out 18% of black people don't want their kids to see Black Santa. So I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And the thing is, they want to make sure their kids get their presents on time. Like the regular Santa, he's got a sleigh and reindeer and all this kind of stuff.
He keeps a clock.
He keeps a clock.
Working
Black
overnight.
Santa's got to use Spirit Airlines to get the gifts around. So it's not, it's going to be late.
And he's trying to jam them in the carry-on and stuff
Right,
like that,
and
right?
they charge him for every gift. You
Sitting
can't
in
really
economy.
afford it. So that's the mess up right there.
All right, well, guys, let's get into it. Your questions for Black Santa, fire away. Like this from Big Play J. Black Santa's reindeer, Terry, are they named after black R&B groups of the 60s and 70s?
Yeah, there's one named Pip. Who else? Lindsey's gonna have to help me, because he's an R&B guy.
Pip.
It was Pip.
Well, if it were the 90s, like he would say Guy,
Oh,
Jodeci.
Yeah, Jodeci.
Yeah.
The 90s.
Yeah, but it's got to be before the 90s,
Yeah.
though.
The 70s?
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Earth,
On
Wind,
Earth,
and Fire.
on Wind,
Right.
and Fire too.
Right.
Pip in the back, pulling the sleigh
Yeah.
too.
I don't know who.
The Shy Lights.
Well, the Shylights might be the red-nosed reindeer. Shylight, the red-nosed reindeer.
Now you like to know we like to keep our thumb on the social issues of our time right now, especially here on Black D Energy, especially when we have the Black Santa show extravaganza for the holidays. And David Witt is keeping it on point, Terry. He wants to know, does Black Santa get pulled over?
Oh, hell yeah. But, that's why, Black Santa, when he goes to Grosse Pointe, he knows he's going to get pulled over.
Even if he's on the roof of a, especially if he's on the roof of a house.
I'm sure he's been shot and detained by the police several times. Poor guy. Black Santa, poor things, I can't breathe. And they don't stop messing with him. And I have some historical stuff too, but keep going with your questions.
Okay. New guy Kenny, do you have any questions?
Is it true that Black Santa doesn't come down the chimney, he comes through the back door?
Yeah.
They call him backdoor Santa.
And you don't leave Black Santa cookies.
What you leave him?
A little Hennessy.
It's got to be the half pint, right?
Oh, yeah, half pint. Man, you're too young to know about the half pint, man.
What you mean?
Terry Foster joining us here, our Black Santa insider. It is our holiday show. Wyatt Bear wants to know, Terry, what is Black Santa's denomination of choice? The dollar bill, the $20 bill, or the $100 bill?
Is there any black people on any of the bills?
No,
Of course
not.
not.
Last time I checked, there is not.
They're trying to do Rosa Parks.
The Harriet Tubs never came
No,
out.
they tried to do Harriet Tubman.
The top
I thought
20s.
the Harriet Tubman came out.
No.
What,
Hey, they
where did you
stopped
see
that
the
too?
Harriet Tubman 20 at?
I haven't seen. No, I thought it was a coin.
No,
No.
bro, they didn't do that.
They're supposed to put it on the 20, but
Never came out.
Yeah.
They just said it to make everybody get excited, and they canceled it.
Well, it doesn't matter. What's the movie with the Benjamins?
All
Whatever
about
the
Benjamins.
Benjamins is. That's yeah. that's his choice.
All about the Benjamins.
Blue strips only.
More questions for Terry Foster, our Black Santa insider, because it is the Christmas holiday. Tony Snow, what color are Black Santa's buffs? Are they rose colored?
He's got the white buffs for sure.
No, he's got the white buffs with the rose.
Rose frames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big Cuz says no. You just leave a double shot for Blana. Are we, Lindsey? Blana, Black Santa. What is your preferred? How do you address Black Santa?
Blana. That sounds.
Blana
stupid.
does sound weird.
Blana.
No,
It's
Blana. No, that's
like
not it. That's not
Fanta,
right.
right?
It's got to be Hennessy.
Art Vandelay. Does Black Santa have a bumpy face?
Yeah. Black Santa, and here's gonna shock you. Black Santa does have rosy cheeks.
Really?
Yeah, black people can get rosy cheeks. Lindsey might not be able to because he's a
No.
little bit dark.
Yeah,
but lighter black people get rosy cheeks.
Yeah, I haven't been. I'm pure.
I hear you. So the slave master didn't get into the family, right?
Pure.
Look at Neal's face.
How many baby mamas does Black Santa have?
0.
Really?
0. He is a law-abiding Christian man. So that's what he does. He doesn't do.
He got it snipped.
He's devoted to Mama Santa.
Okay.
Oh, so
Mama,
he's married.
Yeah, Mama Santa. Yeah, Mama Santa's kind of fine.
They don't have kids.
No, they have kids, but he doesn't have kids with other women.
Well, that's still a baby mama.
No. If you marry someone, that's not your baby mama.
It is. Your wife is your baby's mama.
Supposed to be that way anyway.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. DJ, does Black Santa have diabetes?
No, he got sickle cell.
No,
I need a moment.
Yeah.
That's why Black Santa goes, ho, 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 because he in pain.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Sickle cell hurts, man.
I didn't know any of this, man. I'm getting so educated right now. I love it, man.
Well, I got a historical fact for you.
Please.
Do you know before 1931, Santa was not white. He had a little creamy face with rosy cheeks. But what happened in 1931, Coca-Cola began a Christmas campaign with Santa, and they got rid of all the Black Santa. The Black Santa was hot. Asian Santa was hot. And before 1931, Santa was what you interpret him to be. And Coca-Cola said, no. He's going to be a white guy because we're trying to sell some pop.
Sounds about marketing right.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Lindsey, you have any questions for Terry about Black Santa?
No, mine was the baby mama question.
No, that was you. Oh, that came from Lindsey.
That came from me.
From Southern Mississippi. Okay, I got you.
And then Terry told me he had kids, but he didn't have a baby mama, which it's kind of hard to believe.
John effing Lord, what does Black Santa do in the summer?
He works at Chrysler. Well, it's not Chrysler anymore. What is it? DeSantis?
He at the plant.
He at the plant. That's why, and let me tell you what happened. We went to Noel night, and that's where I first saw Black Santa as an adult. He wasn't there. Black Santa, because of the strike, had to get a better paying job than being Black Santa at Noel night. So he wasn't even there.
Because of his strike.
He had to make up the money that he lost.
Oh my God.
Where's Black Santa from originally?
You know where Santa is from originally?
No.
Turkey.
I thought it was the North Pole.
No, that's where he lives.
You
know how white people are. They start somewhere sort of in the hood, and then they got to move it to the outskirts.
Go conquer somebody's land?
Right. So he went to the North Pole. There was nobody there for them to declare war on, so he moved to the North Pole.
Sure,
but originally, Santa is from Turkey. It's some city called Petra country, Turkey or something like that.
David Witt said he's from Redford.
That could be. Maybe that very well could be.
No, but Black Santa's probably from Atlanta.
ATL.
The Black Mecca.
Southside Pole.
Southside Pole.
I got a question for you, Terry. What is Black Santa's meal of choice?
Well, I don't want to be stereotypical, but he loves fried chicken.
I knew he was going to
He
say
go to
that.
KFC.
You know what I do like, though? Like, look, I know a lot of people are kind of making a mockery of this with their questions, but there is still a portion of our audience, Terry, that really ask legitimate questions, that want to know. Because, Terry, you're kind enough to take some time out of your day to come here and discuss Black Santa as the Black Santa Insider. It's not all fun and jokes and stuff like that. Motown cool. Terry, does Black Santa have a naughty list? And if so, how does one get on it? That's legit.
Yeah, that is true. You could be on the naughty list by choking out black people. That puts you on the naughty list.
Definitely do it.
And, you know, just being mean. Like, Lindsey would never be on the naughty list. He got nice,
See,
little smile,
See what
friendly
I'm
little
saying?
guy.
Contrary to what people think.
You know how you can get on the naughty list? Losing 24 games in a row. You get on the naughty list.
25 now, Terry.
Oh, 25. I can never keep up.
Yeah.
Lots of questions about this. This kind of sums it up here from FJ 1967. Is Black Santa's sled a Monte Carlo or a Cutlass?
You know it's a Cutlass, man.
How many hubcaps?
No, he keeps it. He's got 3. He's got 3 hubcaps. He's only missing 1. You have to understand, Black Santa has security too.
That is true.
He hires people to make sure that you don't steal all the hubcaps. But he's got 1 missing.
Terry, you got time for more Black Santa segments, right? Because we're only starting right now.
Yeah.
We're only starting.
This is a big day.
Personally, do you have time for a post-show bourbon?
I do.
Okay. All right.
I was going to ask you, but I didn't want to be turned down again. So
No, absolutely.
I was afraid to ask.
Text Black Santa, see if he wants to join us. Tell him the Hennessy's on me.
Okay. Beautiful. No
Let me tell
bourbon
you
fan.
guys about Swiss Insurance. Do you have football on the brain? Fall ushers in football season, and it's the perfect time to shop for your home and auto insurance. Shop it like a pro with Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports, and they should be covering you too. Hit up our guy Mark at SwissINS.com or call 248-800-4177 to get Swiss Insurance today. And what about merch, Neal?
Go to woodwardsports.com/shop. Hey, guys. It's the holiday season. You should have the Stoke Not Scared t-shirt. You should have 2 of them, as a matter of fact, because this weekend, we're Stoke Not Scared. woodwardsports.com/shop. That is the address. Get the very best in Detroit sports wearables. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a Woodward Sports golf line as well. Keep it tight for the holidays. woodwardsports.com/shop.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Has watching and arguing about sports made you a last-minute holiday shopper? Feeling more pressure than Jared Goff in the pocket behind an injured offensive line? Jack Labrador has you covered. It will change your gifting game. In-your-face heads-up play that'll have you on the edge of your seat. And for the record, the Big D Energy Show dominated the Final Word show in Jack Labrador. It's the one deck that brings 3 games to the table. Perfect for lazy last-minute shoppers like you and me. Jack Labrador is the ultimate gift that keeps the holiday fun going. Scan the QR code above or go to jacklabrador.com and get your decks today. Second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal. Yes.
Can I bring in some historical stuff?
Absolutely.
That is for real.
Terry Foster, by the way, our Black Santa insider,
yes.
here with her today.
By the way, when you used to go to the department store when you were a lad, you went to, you probably stood in a line.
Yes.
And you went through Santa's village.
Yes.
And then you sat on Santa's lap. Is that
I did.
Correct? Now, here's what black people used to do. We used to go and stand in the same line, and if we saw a black elf, we would go over and talk to him, And so the black elf would escort us to a different room to meet special Santa. And then you go in there, and there was Black Santa, and he'd give you a fist pump and high five. And this is actually true, that you could see the quote-unquote special Santa, which is Black Santa, was in a different room because so the black folks could see their Black Santa.
So they put him in the back?
He was to the side in a smaller room. You know, he didn't have all the Christmas trees and stuff like that.
There was no candy cane walkway.
So the white Santa is on display, like you can walk in and see
right.
him.
You see white Santa.
So
He's
they had the Black Santa in a room?
Yeah, off to the side in a different room.
You couldn't see him when you walked
in?
in?
You couldn't see him.
You know what? Spenmo, I'm gonna send you a video. We'll play it a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll play it coming back from the next break.
David Witt said, how many of the Black Santa's toys were on layaway?
Oh man, all of them, man. That's why you didn't go see Black Santa, because you no guarantee you're gonna get it on Christmas morning. And forget about Christmas Eve.
Well, Terry, you told me there's pretty much a guarantee you're not going to get it on Christmas morning.
No, you're not. And in fact, do you know why I'm wearing this sweater?
The Guinness holiday sweater? Why is that?
Because 3 weeks ago, I ordered a Black Santa shirt that I was going to wear on the show today. And it's blacksanta.com or something like that. I figured, in 3 weeks, I'd get the damn shirt. Still hadn't come in.
Damn.
But all this other stuff, I ordered other stuff afterwards, came in the mail. So I'm going to wear the Black Santa shirt next year. I hope that it comes in by then. So that's why I'm wearing this today.
Spenny, I dropped you something in the Slack, by the way. We'll get to that coming back from the next commercial break. Give Spenny some time to lock and load it. Your questions for our Black Santa Insider here for the holiday. As we get to the holiday weekend, it is Christmas time in the city. And any questions that you have, Terry Foster, kind enough to join us here on a Friday. Detroit Dabber 313. T-Foss, does Black Santa have a bench press in the front yard?
He does not, but he fries fish in the front yard, though. Y'all got to get modernized. We don't do the bench press anymore. We fry fish, at least Black Santa does, on this front porch in the summer.
Does he barbecue all year round?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Ken says, Terry, please tell Black Santa to fix the Pistons. Can he fix the Pistons?
I don't know if God can fix the Pistons, man. I mean, Black Santa can only, you know what? And Black Santa's jump shot is a little off too. So
we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. We have some, Black Santa out in the community. There's some representation, and I think it backs up your story of what you talked about how there used to be, a separate room for the Black Santa.
Oh yeah, there was.
He was in a janitorial room.
No, they gave him a nice room. It was just smaller. They told
the janitor to take a break while Black Santa used it.
Dash Friday wants to know, are the sleigh seats covered by plastic?
No, they're not covered by plastic, but there's some fuzzy dice in the
fuzzy dice
in the front. No, but you know what? He's using Spirit Airlines.
That is true.
So
that is true. Jack wants to know, what is Black Santa's favorite kind of music, Terry? Temptations?
Yeah, R&B. He's old school. You have to understand, Black Santa was around, and he likes a little jazz because he was around before 1931 until Coca-Cola axed his ass. So he was around in the like blues and jazz, and then R&B later.
Yeah.
AC wants to know, what is Black Santa's preferred strip club? Lindsey, what do you think Black Santa's preferred strip club is?
He said Black Santa was married with he loved his wife, right?
And?
Yes.
So
but you still go to the strip club.
So Black Santa goes to the strip club.
Yeah.
Deja vu, right?
In Flint?
He used to go to a place
Magic
called
City?
The Dirty Duck. No, Magic City is way overrated. I'm going to give you a little education. Here's why. Magic City, you can't touch them. The women are pretty, but they act like they're better than you. They won't really.
I'm pleading the fifth in these situations.
No, I'm telling you. Magic City.
Now Lindsey's getting uncomfortable up here. Lindsey.
Lou Williams left the bubble to go to Magic City for the lemon pepper wings.
Just wasn't for no wings.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Magic City, if you go, you will be disappointed.
I got the video.
I plead the fifth.
Okay, so Lindsey, we're gonna roll a
Don't ask
video.
me nothing about Magic City.
Now Lindsey's all of a sudden
don't know
uncomfortable. Yeah. No comment.
I act like I just talked about Lindsey's mama, man. He mad at me now.
Hey Terry, can you do me a favor?
Said
Can
it
you
was
spin that
overrated.
monitor up there to face you? This one that's up here on the
yes.
yeah. Can you spin that so you can see it? Because we're gonna play this video right
And you
now.
need some headphones.
He said Magic City was overrated.
Yeah, we're gonna play this video right now.
Can we get Terry some headphones?
Yeah, new guy Kenny. Can we hook Terry
New
up
guy
with
Kenny.
some headphones real quick? Because we're gonna play this video to show you, just Black Santa's standing in the retail world and everything like this. I actually got this from a viewer that wanted me to play this for Terry, and we're going to do that.
Who, Mike G send this to you?
No, somebody else. DNC ENT. Does Black Santa have subwoofers in the sleigh?
Of course.
Definitely.
And you know where he bought them? From a dude off the truck.
Well, I was gonna say because Gibraltar Trade Center's out of business now, right?
No, you don't get them from Gibraltar, brother. You get them from the guy from the truck. But the thing is, somebody ripped off Black Santa. There was no speakers in those boxes.
All right,
So you gotta be careful.
We can give this one a spin real quick here. All right, this just goes to show you, Black Santa. We have footage of the retail experiences, how White Santa is different than Black Santa. Roll it, Spenmo.
Merry Christmas!
Black Santa Claus coming to town. Black Santa Claus coming to town. Whoa.
So Terry, your stories are confirmed.
I told you it was true. I don't make stuff up except when I'm acting a fool.
So it is out there. It is out there for sure. Elgato wants to know: does Black Santa have Metro PCS?
What else is it?
You got Kenny stood on business right there. No, cricket.
Cricket, man.
Yeah, he has cricket.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Can I ask a question to the people?
Yes.
How many of the Caucasians will allow their kids to go see Black Santa? How many of them will go to the special room to see Special Santa?
That sounds a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Terry, you made that sound really
The special
special.
the special
but
room
that's-
for special Santas.
They didn't want to call it Black Santa. But what they used to do in the different rooms, so for instance, if you lived in some places in California, Black Santa was not Special Santa. He was Asian. Then they had the Mexican Santa.
So it had a Santa for every
it was-
nationality.
Yeah,
Makes
different
sense.
nationalities. But here in Detroit, it would be Black Santa. Maybe in San Francisco, it would be Asian Santa, and maybe in Southern California, it'd be Mexican Santa.
Terry, you got time for one more segment? Because I got one more video sent to me.
I'm Brett.
And I just sent that one off to Spencer, too. Spenny, you're going to like this one. And, again, it's just another representation of Black Santa. But, hey, get those questions in. If you have questions about Black Santa, our Black Santa insider is here. Of course, he is Terry Foster. And, yes, people have already asked about Hennessy and Newport and those kind and subwoofers
Black
in the
and
sleigh.
Mild.
Black and Mild.
Yeah, but let me say, stuff changes. It used to be Cavassier.
Past the Cavassier.
Yeah, and now it's
Past
Hennessy.
the Cavassier.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, Black Santa used to drink 7-Up. Now it's Sprite.
There you go. Well, it's a little sweeter.
Good switch.
Yeah, it is. It's a little sweeter. But yeah, we got one more video that we will play. We'll get Terry's reaction to it. Planet Fitness. We're live at the Planet Fitness Studios. I was just there about an hour and a half ago. And true confession here, I had to pick up a Christmas gift from one of the local electronics stores that was only available there. And guess what was right next door? The Planet Fitness. So I went in there and knocked down that workout. It was beautiful. There's over 50 Metro Detroit locations. And with the Black Card, just $24.99 a month, you get access to over 2,400 Planet Fitnesses around the world. It fits wherever you need to be.
Do they have
You
a
can
rock
still
wall?
get their workout in. And it's just $24.99 a month because they don't have stupid stuff like a rock wall. You don't need a rock wall. You need a treadmill, an elliptical, some weights, and plenty of them. And that's what Planet Fitness has. I've accomplished every fitness goal I've ever had in my life because of Planet Fitness. Go to planetfitness.com. You can join there or just pull in the parking lot. You'll pass one on the way home, probably pass a couple of them. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new Down Home Comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The Down Home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of Down Home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Let's talk about Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports, Michigan-grown and family-owned. Bad boy mowers, tractors, steeled handhelds, and even weed whippers, Liberty trailers, Generac generators, Snow X plows, and salters. Outdoor Equip Co. has it all. Buy it, rent it, 0% financing, delivery to your doorstep. OutdoorEquipCo.com, your power equipment playground.
Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Terry Foster, our Black Santa insider here for the holidays. Just getting you caught up because, Terry, you told me Black Santa's going to be making his appearance about the 27th or 28th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
before the first.
he'll be there before New Year's.
Right.
WoodwardSports.com chat there. Get your questions in there. Lindsey's had questions. New guy Kenny has had questions. DNC ENT has a very valid question, Terry.
Okay.
Why wasn't Black Santa at any Colorado football games this year? You figure he would have popped out for Dion.
Well, I think he wanted to. Now, I talked to some sources about this. Dion was like, the only brother on the sidelines going to be wearing a red suit and big boots is going to be me. So Black Santa, you can't come.
That was probably
so
it.
Dion kicked him out.
I think it was his plan to make a bowl game, and Black Santa, I would imagine, probably would have popped up at the bowl game or something like that, but they didn't make the bowl, so that's probably why it happened. But Terry, I've shared some videos people have sent me via social media just to kind of explain the differences between White Santa and Black Santa. We saw the last one. They talk differently.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's been established. But they might also, they're viewed a little differently. Run this one, Spenmo.
Oh, this is terrible.
It's all right. Just keep that in
$4.99 for the
mind,
White
right?
Santa.
Just keep that in mind. Then you go right over here.
$4.99 for the White Santa.
I'm never going to Home Goods again.
The Black Santa.
It wasn't even half.
It's less than half. I'm never going to Home Goods again.
There you go.
I'm done with Home Goods. Home Goods, you're off my list.
Hey, only in America.
Yes.
$179 to $499. That's crazy.
I didn't make the video. I'm not Home Good. Why is everyone looking at me right now?
It's the black tag.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's wrong, man.
Yes. But But hey, I didn't make the video. You know, that's the way.
Somebody told me it's Black Santa ashy from the chimney.
Yeah. hey, but Black Santa, he don't use Jergens, man. Lubriderm.
I would think he would use pure Vaseline
or like cocoa butter. Or
Vaseline back in the day.
Vaseline blocks your pores.
Yeah, but that's what everybody used to use back in the day. Your mom.
I know, but Lubriderm is really good.
One funky Lions fan says supply and demand. Is that the catch? Not the case,
so.
Terry.
I guess so.
Is it?
Hey, KMG King says, does the Black Santa have a pit bull or a Rottweiler?
Rottweiler.
That's what I thought.
Terry, you look offended that he asked that question.
No, I wasn't offended. Just wanted to make sure there was a Rottweiler was in there. Those things are mean, man.
All right.
Somebody got to protect the toys.
Lots of talk about cocoa butter in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread right now. Coconut Vaseline as well.
Vaseline.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Lots of questions about his footwear. Is it J's? Is it Air Force Ones?
Black Air Force Ones.
No, it's what's the new oh shoot. Yeezy.
He's wearing
Yeezys.
No, he's not wearing Yeezys, man.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
I mean,
here's another thing.
He's
This
wearing
has been
Jordans.
tragic. White Santa, North Pole. Black Santa, the Northland site, which has been destroyed now.
All right. So new guy Kenny, your thoughts on the Black Santa Insider segment?
I've been enlightened so much by this segment.
You've learned a lot.
Yeah. I'll be definitely on the lookout for Black Santa. Hopefully, we get those gifts on time. But
He's coming in the back door.
Terry, also, you're not just a Black Santa Insider. You also do the Woodward and Main show here
I
on
do.
Woodward Sports, Sundays at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. There's a Tuesday episode as well. Do people realize, Terry, that they're on the precipice of winning a division for the first time in 30 years? Because I don't get that vibe from the people right now.
I think what's happened is the Lion fans have become spoiled. They go,
but can you be spoiled if you haven't won a division in 30 years?
Yeah, you can, because this society's messed up. What happened with Lion fans is like, oh, man, this team sucks and blah, 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 blah. They are ready for the bottom to fall out. Lion fans, they're 10-4. They're still convinced that the Lions somehow are going to let them down. That they're not counting on this division, although the NFL tells you they have a 96% chance of winning the division, a 99% chance of getting to the playoffs. But the Lions, for so many years, all they got to do is win 1 out of 4 games, they'll be in the playoffs, and they've blown off 4 games. People think it could happen again. I'm telling you, it's not. They're going to take care of business. Yep. They'll be in the playoffs. They'll win the division. And it probably is a 3 seed, but they still got a shot at the 2 seed.
And we have this one mixed in as well here on Mark M. Does Black Santa get his check? Once Black Santa gets his check from the stamping plant, does he cash it at the bank or at the liquor store check cashing place?
Check cashing place.
We knew that one.
Yeah, no
check
questions about
place,
that.
no doubt.
Lindsey stood on business
Yes,
with that one. But Terry, again, though, I'm wondering, and look, I think last night at LCA showed us how starved this fan base is for a winner. Mm-hmm. I don't get that vibe, man. Like, is it PTSD from the Thanksgiving Day game? Because here's my theory. Lindsey and I talked about this. Like, my theory, why there was so much vitriol after the Green Bay game, was because we felt like we were promised this, this coronation, and everyone's got off work, and everyone's sitting with their family, and everyone's going to watch this Lions game. We felt like we were owed that, and we didn't get it. And that's why we were pissed off about it.
And it was Thanksgiving.
Like, you and I talked about that, Lindsey.
Well, it's always been a thing for the Lions to play well because on Thanksgiving, right? That even when they were horrible, everybody's like, oh, don't play the Lions on Thanksgiving, right? That was kind of a thing.
Yeah, but they still lost a lot on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they still lost a lot, but I'm saying at least they looked like they played hard. Probably because that was the only time you ever saw them on television back then,
Right.
Because you would only see them during Thanksgiving. Because when I was a kid, I used to always ask my dad, why the hell do they why does the Lions always play on television during Thanksgiving? Like, who made that up? Why do we want to watch them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because no one wanted to play on Thanksgiving. The Lions said, we'll do it. They raised their hand.
That was the progression.
But because we're now that they're winning, people expected, like we talked about, hey, Green Bay, we're going to smack them. We're at home, crowd's fired up, holiday time. We're going to watch our guys break the turkey legs off and share them all around. And we stumbled. It happens.
And again, you sit there as a 49ers fan, owners of a 3-game losing streak, lost to Minnesota, as a matter of fact.
Neal, I really like how you always come back to our 3-game losing streak. I mean,
well, but my point is, it happened,
I know, but you just remember it so well, though.
But it happened. But it happened. You never cracked. Like, no. I never heard that from you.
Never. No, I stood stronger during the losing
You doubled
streak.
down.
I doubled down.
San Francisco has pedigree. San Francisco has been to the Super Bowl. San Francisco has won the Super Bowl. San Francisco has won 12 games in a year. San Francisco's had Hall of Fame quarterbacks. So when you lose 3 in a row, you're like, that's good. We good. We can get through this. When the Lions lose, but they haven't even lost 2 in a row.
They haven't lost 2 in a row.
They haven't even lost 2 in a row. And this town has freaked out at least 4 times this year.
Spenny's one of those people. Spenny was freaking out.
Yeah, Spenny's off. He said it was over.
Spenny goes off the deep end.
Yeah. He said, I hate the Lions and their sucks.
Oh, wow.
I'm out.
But people have to understand, in professional sports, I don't care who you are, it's not an easy path to greatness.
No, it's not linear, man. Like it's not like a stock chart. Like it just doesn't keep going up, man. There are dips. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. 2 birds, both stoned. How often does Black Santa call off on Christmas Eve?
That's why you get your gifts late. Often.
Oh, man.
Answer 14 says, this is all because it's so unfamiliar, we don't know how to act.
That's
absolutely correct.
I didn't think that at first.
No, that's
but
it.
I honestly,
Truth.
Stick has a phrase for this that he brought up in the post game, and I think it's the most perfect description. We're new money Lions fans, Terry.
Yes.
We wear our hat in the country club. We don't use utensils. We eat with our hands.
Oh, yeah.
And like the guy in the Brooks Brothers, zip up is sitting over there just with a disgusted look on his face.
Right. And you know what? We burp in front of our date on our first date with her.
It's wild to me, man. Motown Cool says, we're not spoiled, we're ignorant.
True. They are ignorant.
The ski mask boy says Black Santa bullshitting.
He is not, though. Terry, it's just the way it works, right?
It is the way it works. Are we talking about Black Santa or the Lions?
The lines have been skewed.
I don't know what we're talking about, to be honest. Jay Cruisin, we have a loser tribe mentality.
That's true, but you know what? You know whose fault that is? The Detroit Lions. I don't blame the fans for that.
That's interesting. You're right.
I've always thought that I hate the Lions. No, I hate what the Lions have done to their fan base. First of all, they gave them no hope, and they went decades of being bad. And then when they finally got good, and I tried to tell you they're a real organization, people are like, okay, whatever, brother. We don't believe you because we've been petrified of this organization. Lion fans walk around like this, like they don't know what's happening. So when there's something good coming at them, they're thinking, okay, the boogeyman is behind that door and he's gonna get me. That's what they're afraid of.
They're walking around like Smokey on Friday after he took the PCP.
One more segment. I do have a couple Lions questions for you. Is that cool?
Cool.
Terry Foster, in it to win it today. Tell them about Premier Pet Supply.
I will tell them about Premier Pet Supply because Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. If Black Santa's looking for some dog food to give to that Rottweiler, he goes to Premier Pet Supply. Same Same prices and all the conveniences of online and the big box retailers, with one major difference: family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local, curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions, featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com. Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Just in time for football, Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good, it's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. So smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off. Use code WoodwardGlorious. Go to gloriouscanna.com to get your pre-rolls today.
Keeping it pushing here, coming down the stretch. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Lindsey Hunter, new guy Kenny in for BMG, and we have Spencer Raxter as well. Got some questions. Our Black Santa insider and our Lions insider too. He plays both roles for us. Terry Foster's here, kind enough to join us. Just hanging out on a Friday. Best of shows on Monday, by the way, for the Christmas holiday. We'll be back at it though, in effect, on Tuesday. Question here for new guy Kenny, Lorena Rios. Does new guy Kenny believe in Black Santa? Do you believe?
I do. Definitely more than White Santa. White Santa is a corporate plant, so
they charge more for him in the store.
Exactly. Right. Like, you got to pay extra to get that flavor in your stocking. You feel me?
Oh man. We are talking Detroit Lions as well, and in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, DNCENT says, what is linear is good teams making additions at the deadline, period. And Terry, look, there was a lot of talk about that and the Ndamukong Suh thing. You know, that was everybody's pivot. After the trade deadline came and went, then everybody kind of expected Ndamukong Suh to sign. He hasn't signed with anybody as of right now. But you had the intel on that. I tried to explain it to the people before. But Terry, why is Ndamukong Suh not a Lion here today?
Well, there's two reasons. One, Ndamukong Suh reached out to the Lions and said he wants to come back home.
Bring him home.
Bring him home. Now, one, Brad Holmes doesn't think he can play because he didn't play at all this year. He wasn't impressed with what he did last season. Second one is, I always like to tell a fairy tale about this. When the Lions wanted Ndamukong Suh, he didn't want the Lions. He tried to, when he played here, he tried to get out of Detroit as quickly as possible. He was trying to get out on draft night, or at least shorten his stay here. So the Lions are like, okay, when we're suffering, you don't want to be here. Now that we're good, you want to come back? No, we good.
Yeah, but that was a different regime back when he was trying to get out, right? It was a different regime.
Yeah, it was a different regime, but still the same mindset of the Lions is still there. You notice they didn't sign any big-name free agents. That's the Lions staple, along with a Brad Holmes staple.
Right.
They're trying to the other thing is they are so afraid, the culture thing. Ndamukong Suh is not he's not the easiest guy to get along with. His teammates really didn't like him.
Can confirm, yes.
Didn't like him, so they didn't want to deal with that stuff. But
he may have changed.
Huh?
He may have changed in his older statesman.
But everybody changes, but then you always go back to what you were before, and that's how we judge you. So they're judging the guy from 10 years ago, and we don't want to deal with him anymore.
DNC ENT, no, Neal, you expected Sue. You did. No, I tried to speak it into existence. I wanted Sue. I didn't expect him either. But, Terry, the fact he hasn't signed with anybody tells you that maybe Brad Holmes probably shares a sentiment with a lot of other people, that maybe it's over for him.
He's a name, but it doesn't mean he's still got game. But Ndamukong...
Saw what Terry did there? He's a name.
Bars. Bless you.
And Ndamukong Suh has been telling people that he's got 25 to 30 plays a game. He feels he can still play at a high level, but people aren't buying it.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, the Ski Mask Boy. He wants to know if Black Santa plays dice with Gucci Mane.
Absolutely.
He's still Anna Santa.
You know that. And it's in the dirt, too.
Yeah.
But you know what? Black Santa, that's why he has to wear knee pads now, because when you get older, your knees start to hurt. So,
does he snap his fingers after he rolls a dice?
Of course.
Of course.
Got to.
Okay.
Does he go to the World Series of Dice and play with Ashley Larry?
Oh, man, one of the greatest skits of all time.
Oh, my God, it's amazing. I was supposed to be taking the trash off.
Motown Cool. So this is a license to start asking questions again. So here we are. Motown Cool. Terry, does Black Santa have a parole officer?
Black Santa is a model citizen.
Yeah, he's a model citizen.
The answer is no. All black people don't end up in jail. Look at Lindsey. If I had to,
I'm an example.
If I had to put this room in a group and say one guy's not going to end up in jail, I'd pick Lindsey. That's the one guy that's not going to end up in jail.
Me too.
Damn, so I'm going to the clink.
Lindsey is of African American descent.
Who'd
I'm
be
not.
your last pick?
What's that?
Who would be your last pick, Terry?
You.
You knew that was the answer.
That's fair.
The stereo, this kind of stuff I'm not asking. I'm not asking about Crown air fresheners in the sleigh. We're not asking. We're not doing that one, Terry.
Oh, there can't be a Crown air freshener in the sleigh because he goes by Spirit Airlines. That's why your gifts are always late.
Yeah. So there's that as well. Hoof Hearted says, good job not going to jail, Lindsey. So there's that one out there also. Terry, like through all this stuff with the Lions, they're probably going to slot in where they were always going to slot in this entire time. That 3 seed,
right?
Maybe an outside look at a 2 seed. This is about what it was going to be when we were riding the Super Bowl high, when they were the worst team ever that has gone 18-5 in their last 23 games. It was always going to be about this, though, wasn't it?
It was. But I will say this. If I'm them, I'm still fighting for that number 2 seed. I'm not giving that up. That's why, we have the debate around town. When they clinch the division, should they rest players?
No.
I'm like, hell no. You fight for that number 2 seed, because if you get the number 2 seed, which would mean you'd have to beat Dallas in Dallas, which is probably not going to happen, but me and Lindsey have a little thing on that, but it's probably not going to happen, but it could happen. Let's say you beat Minnesota, you go in and you play the Cowboys, and let's say you win that game, because some people think the Cowboys are frauds.
I do.
They always are.
But they're tough at AT&T Stadium.
That's fair.
I think there's a chink in their armor now, though.
Right. So, but you don't rest people. You fight for that number 2 seed. Let's say you go in and beat Dallas. You get the number 2 seed. That means if anybody is facing you, it's going to be at Ford Field, except for San Francisco.
Right.
So I'll take my odds. I'll take my chances with anybody at Ford Field except the Niners.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Terry, people have a couple of repetitive questions. They want to know about child support and Black Santa.
He said he's an upstanding citizen. Why do you keep trying to make him a fraudulent human being.
Yeah.
He doesn't have child support. He doesn't have baby mamas. He's just got one baby mama.
He does not have baby mamas. Well, except for Mrs. Claus.
Yes, that's the only baby mama he has is Miss Claus.
Right. I'm telling you, he's an upstanding citizen.
People are curious about the interest rate on his sled. They want to know if it's about 90%. That one popped new guy Kenny right there. What's his interest rate on his sled?
21%.
DNC and ENT says, in 200 words or less, how do the Pistons fix it? You can't do it in 200 words or less.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Terry, what's your take on that? You were in a 30 for 30 about the Detroit Pistons. You rose to stardom as a beat writer covering the Pistons. Mm-hmm. I know you still keep up with the team. What's your take on the Pistons, Terry?
Well, first of all, because of my history with the Pistons, what I see today pains me.
See? That's how I feel. It hurts my heart.
Right. So it's painful to see what's going on with them. I think the one thing that's going on with them is they are too young to win in this league. Now, you shouldn't lose 25 games in a row, but the NBA is a man's league, and what usually happens is they'll play around with you, and then like in the fourth quarter at some point, the real men say, you know what, let's stop playing, let's get rid of these chumps. But what's happening with the Pistons, they're saying, let's get rid of these chumps in like the first quarter.
But T. False. So all the guys know. I compare the Pistons to the Rockets in the West. Same type of team. Probably age-wise, not that big of a difference, right?
We're at the bottom at around the same time, in terms of record.
I'm sorry, maybe I missed the Rockets to lose 25 in a row.
No, but that's okay. My point. Like at the beginning of the season, I said these two teams are probably gonna be around 500, a game up, a game down all season. I said these both teams are comparable because they kind of mirror one another in personnel, in some of the moves they made. They both had new coaches. It was a lot of variables that were the same, and I kind of figured I thought our Pistons would be an exact mirror of what the Rockets are, which is a borderline 500 team.
Right. And Lindsey, like, to back that up too, like the Rockets are that, and they are a young team. They're 11-2 at home and 2-10 on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like they are a young team.
Yes, that's what I thought we would be.
But the most dangerous thing that happened with the Pistons was losing that game to Utah, because that was a league game. There are games on the schedule that you're not supposed to win. Utah was not supposed to win this game.
Dude, I marked that game off as a win. I was like, okay, because we were looking at the schedule. I'm like, damn, we might not win until the 21st.
Then they had 6 people out.
Right. They had 6 people out. They played the night before.
Yes, they're
on a long road trip.
That was a scheduled loss for Utah.
Right. That's what we call a league game.
Yes.
A league game is one you're supposed to lose. You have a 90% chance of losing that game. And it didn't happen. So I don't know when the Pistons are gonna win again.
We're gonna win one of these
Tuesday.
games. We got back-to-back against
Tuesday at LCA.
Yeah, we got back-to-back against
fuck no, baby.
Terry, I got a couple Michigan questions.
Go Blue.
When we come back, we'll get into that real quick because I have a road trip to go on next week. I only got the one show on Tuesday, I think. Tuesday and Wednesday, I think, and then I'm out till after the New Year's. So I have a couple questions for you. Lorenzo Peterson says, "Man, he's against the Black Santa segment. He says, man, stop making Black Santa sound like my dad." He said, "I love you, Pop." So there's that one out there as well. Hey, have you ever wanted a bar where you're a regular? That is Hamlin Pub, everybody. 7 Metro Detroit locations. Whether you're enjoying half-off pizza on a Thursday, if you were out there yesterday, you got that. Or the game day specials available during all Michigan sports and all NFL games, which pretty much is around the clock. Hamlin Pub is the place. We do all of our fantasy drafts there. Love going to Hamlin Pub. Visit a location today. Go to HamlinPubs.com. Find out which one of the 7 Metro Detroit locations works best for you. It's Hamlin Pub, where everyone's a regular.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Boner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Boner and Broder.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Neal Ruhl here for Feldman Automotive Group. There's 18 locations in the Metro Detroit area, and every single one of them uses the Feldman Advantage. What is a Feldman Advantage, you ask? It's their perfectly honed sales process. It's so easy. Sam Flannel bought a car from Feldman Automotive, so think about that for a minute. They're goated on the sticks, as my son would say. Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. We're there every other Monday for the show. And again, 18 locations in and around the Metro Detroit area. There's a Feldman Automotive dealership close to you. They're the best in the game, everybody. If you're going to buy a car, Feldman Automotive. Keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy coming down the stretch here on a getaway Friday for the holiday weekend. Our Black Santa and Lions insider Terry Foster is here. Lindsey Hunter, NBA champion, in the house. New guy Kenny, Spencer Raxter, and we're just chopping it up here, man, just like everybody else. I hope everybody has a great holiday weekend coming up. And yes, we are going to we're going to get it in. We're doing the 7 fish, Spenny. We're doing it.
7 fish
for New Year's Eve. Yep,
oh,
or for Christmas Eve.
Hell yeah!
The old school Italian tradition.
Hell
7
yeah.
different kinds of fish, man.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Any fried fish on there?
There will be an element of fried fish. Absolutely.
Okay.
Shrimp kebabs, salmon, grilled salmon. Some clam pasta, clam and white sauce pasta.
We're doing steak and lobster tails.
That's good too.
That is always good.
That is absolutely always good.
I'm not doing the traditional.
I'm doing
Christmas.
the Lions pregame or postgame show on Christmas Eve.
I think we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mike G just wants to share a story.
Yeah.
He says, I stand on Black Santa's knee at the Northland Mall.
Oh, did he?
Yep. So there's that one as well. Terry, how many more years before the Pistons get a Christmas Day game?
They're not thinking about putting the Pistons on Christmas Day. So, I'm not going to put how many years on it. Probably be 2 more coaches and another GM.
Yeah. They'll put the Pistons on the day when Black Santa comes and delivers all the
right.
presents, right? Like the 27th or 28th.
Well, yeah, that's going to be their Christmas Day game, the 27th.
Terry, question for you. And I did this with Sam Flannel in the back just to kind of see where he was, and I'm curious where you think the Michigan fans are at. And it's kind of flown under the radar. Mm-hmm. Now, I know that it's a little ways out. Do Michigan fans realize the stakes that are in the middle of the table for this game against Alabama? Because, Terry, the NCAA served the notice of allegations. I cue the cheeseburger, text here in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread.
Harbaugh's out of here.
Oh, boy.
So, in Terry, Lindsey, that the writing's on the wall, man, that it's there.
He's out of here.
And so, Terry, to me, there's even extra on the line. It's more than just a shot in the college football playoff. It's more than all that, Terry. I think Harbaugh's legacy as Michigan coach is in the middle of the table. I would say J.J. McCarthy's legacy as a Michigan quarterback is in the middle of the table. It's all on the line, Terry. Are Michigan fans, because I asked Sam Flannel, and I put it like that to him, and he got kind of uncomfortable in his chair. Are Michigan fans comfortable with what's on the line? I don't think that they are.
No, they're not. But some are still confident that they can beat Alabama. But from my understanding, Nick Saban wants to knock Jim Harbaugh into the NFL. That's his goal. Nick Saban still has some Spartan blood running through him. His kids went to school at Michigan State and stuff. So his goal is to squash Michigan. For Michigan, one thing they have to prove is, can they really compete with Alabama? Can they really compete with the elite teams of the SEC when they're on top of their game? And I had a conversation with a former Michigan player.
Me too.
Who was watching them play, and this is his fear. He said, yes, Alabama is not Alabama, like of old.
Right.
But he says he's so afraid of their foot speed that when Michigan and Alabama actually get on the field, that you may see a difference in the speed between the two teams.
Them country boys.
Oh, they are.
Them country boys.
All year round.
But Terry, because I keep hearing that, right? And in our eyes, what we saw with Alabama this year, to come to the conclusion to say this isn't the Alabama. But Terry, I started looking at the mock drafts a little bit. The NFL draft looks like the Alabama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, those linemen.
Kool-Aid McKinstry, those dudes, like they look Alabama.
The thing about college football is we really don't know, because Michigan and Alabama don't have a slew of common opponents. The Big Ten is bad. Can we agree with that? It's not a real conference.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's Conference USA.
Right. Michigan had a sort of a 2-game schedule this year, Ohio State and Penn State.
Yeah, one game schedule. Let me know when Penn State beats somebody.
Well,
I keep hearing about it. I never see it.
Penn State was competitive.
Very fine regional football team.
It is. So, to me, that's the danger right there. And Lindsey, you said it, country boys.
Country boys different, man.
Yeah.
We built different down there. You know
They
what I mean?
can run, jump. I mean, for instance, a 5-star from Florida is different than a 5-star from Michigan or Ohio.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Those are facts.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Lou says this is the Michigan team that will beat Alabama. But Terry, if they lose this game, again, I'm speaking to what the stakes are for this game. If they lose this game, given what the narrative has been nationally, and guys, friends that I talk to that work at colleges around the country, a couple of them in the SEC, a couple of them out west, they see what's going on there and the suspensions and all that kind of stuff. And if they do not win, Terry, then they're meet New Michigan, same as the old Michigan.
It is. But, who was the weakest team ever in the college football playoffs? TCU. Who kicked Michigan's ass?
Well,
nothing.
Cincinnati is probably weaker than TCU.
Okay. Second weakest was TCU, who beat Michigan.
Yeah.
So I would think this: if Michigan doesn't beat Alabama, they will never beat Alabama or Georgia in a college football, because this is the best Michigan team ever, and we're talking about Alabama's been So if Alabama still rolls that ass in the semifinal, then they're never, ever, ever going to lose to Michigan.
Donovan Strong in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. As Michigan fans, we have to understand that we cannot compete with the SEC. Lindsey, is it that simple?
Unfortunately, it is. I hope that Michigan, I want to see them get to the national championship game.
I want to see them get their shit stomped in. That's just me, though.
No, I actually want to see them. I want to see them get to the national championship, and it's just good that they get to play Alabama to prove that, so nobody can really say anything to tarnish it. If they beat Alabama and they go ahead and win the Natty, there's no questions asked.
And that's what I've said. And like I say, same old Neal, like in there. If you beat Alabama and you win the national title, what can I say?
Nothing. Yeah, you guys, rightfully so. You finally won a national championship during modern day transportation.
you could become like a Michigan fan and blame the refs.
I could do that. Well, if Alabama had more time, they would have won.
Right.
I could run that play as well.
Yeah, you can do that.
No, I mean,
but I don't think you would.
No, because there's nothing you can say, and that's just where it is for me. But on the flip side of that coin, if you lose to Alabama, you're just a Midwestern good football, a regional good football team.
We've seen what the SEC mid-level teams do to other teams in the lower level bowl.
Lindsey, they've had 5 different programs win a national title in the last decade and a half.
Yes.
5.
Yes.
5. It's just, Terry, that's where I reside with it. It's not, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the schedule. I really don't believe in the Big Ten Conference as a whole at all whatsoever.
And
I think
here's
it's
another
laughable.
thing you shouldn't believe in. Jim Harbaugh in a bowl game.
And that's, Terry.
Nobody talks about that.
His bowl record's bad.
That's okay. He'll be out here right after that bowl
You really
game.
think he's going?
He's out.
Where, L.A., Chicago?
San Francisco?
Anywhere else.
We don't need him.
Kyle Shanahan's got a lifetime contract for sure.
Yeah, he's probably going to end up at San Diego because they got, they supposedly got a franchise quarterback.
He loves Justin Herbert too. He talks about him all the
there
time.
you go. There you go.
How's he like Justin Fields?
Hey, I don't think Justin Fields going anywhere.
I don't think so.
I don't either. I think he's going to be good in this league.
They should trade the number 1 pick again. If I was the Bears, I would trade the number 1 pick again.
Because they can still get Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
They can trade it and
They
get
need
paid
to
to
get
do
Marvin
it.
Harrison. They need to get refurbish that offensive line.
Exactly. I would
And
trade
get paid to do it.
I would trade back to like 5 or 7, get another first-round pick for next year.
Yep.
Get Marvin Harrison, get the best offensive lineman, and then have that first-round pick again for next year.
Yep.
Because I think Justin Fields is pretty good.
He is, man. We've seen him come in here and do what he did to the Lions.
And he's getting bad coaching.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets a decent coach, offensive guy, he's going to be dangerous in this league.
We've seen this happen with quarterbacks, and he's been able to kind of fight through it because of his athleticism. But we've seen supposedly good quarterbacks be ruined by bad development.
Right.
It's happening down there in Jacksonville right now, folks.
Holler Dre says, man, Alabama's schedule was weak as hell. Wasn't as weak as Michigan's. Michigan's got the softest schedule in the nation. The softest schedule in the nation. And guys, I've explained this to you many, many times. Explain to me how Penn State loses to Michigan, loses to Ohio State, and doesn't fall anywhere. That's controlled, Terry, and you know that stuff is controlled.
I know.
You know it is.
That happens.
Same reason Ohio State gets bumped up every year, even though they don't beat anybody.
I did feel bad for the Florida State fans, but I'm just like, yeah, this stuff wasn't fair.
Yeah. Well, Florida State, your conference voted against expanding the playoff. I'm tired of that shit, by the way, too. You did this, Florida State, in the ACC.
Right.
You did it to yourself.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't feel bad for you or anything like that. And here's the deal: when the SEC is in the playoff, they win. That's it. That's all, everybody.
Yep.
Lou says college football is different now. The SEC's not dominant anymore. Neal in Washington Township checks the notes. Last 2 champions. Georgia didn't lose a game for like 3 years.
Right.
Yeah. SEC pays the bills. We all know that.
Like.
And finally, they lost to Alabama.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's, because you can come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Dreaming of a new home but feeling a financial pinch? Mark White and Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Call Mark White and Associates today at 248-290-8242 or visit them online at markwhitesells.com. Again, call Mark White today at 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true.
Final segment of the show, Big D Energy, Neal Ruhl, Lindsey Hunter, Terry Foster, our Black Santa and Detroit Lions insider, new guy Kenny, his first experience with Black Santa, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. OGFV Gaming says, Florida State filed suit this morning. They are out of the ACC. And you know what? That's another thing, too.
Why would they do it now?
Like my question about it is,
doesn't matter
like we all complain about accountability, right? You got to be accountable for your actions. Oh, we're gonna file suit. We're getting out. You signed that deal for 30 years. Like you thought that in the long term this was going to be the best thing for you.
And why would they get out now? It's a 12-team playoff next year. It doesn't matter.
I don't get it either. And you're in the ACC, right? You're probably going to be going all the time.
Yeah.
Because Clemson's falling apart.
Win the ACC next year, you're going to the playoff.
Yeah.
No matter what.
They're upset about what happened this year. They can't get over it.
They are being real bitches about it.
I know.
That's a little kid stomping his feet.
Yep, that's all that is.
And I'm sorry, man. Like, I saw them in that game. I saw them have 60 feet of offense in the first quarter. I don't need to see that in the play. I don't want to see it in the playoff. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry your quarterback got hurt. I am.
From a selfish standpoint, as I am a TV consumer, I want the best game. I don't want to see Michigan, Florida State. I want to see Michigan, Alabama.
Michigan, Alabama is the best game in that playoff.
Right.
It's the best possible game in the playoff.
Let it roll.
So, I want to see it too.
Oh, the other thing. Oh, let me call bullshit on something.
Sure.
You remember the video of when they the night that they announced the playoff opponents? And then they had the Michigan fans and the team saying, when it was Alabama, they went, oh, my God. Now, here's what I'm told by knuckleheads like Ryan Ermanni. Well, they weren't afraid to play Alabama. The Michigan people were upset that Florida State didn't get in because they thought that was an injustice. That's bullshit. When was the last time you're getting together, your team is trying to get into a playoff, and you're upset that another team got screwed? Especially Michigan people don't care about people getting screwed.
I know.
I'm telling you from a Michigan insider, and they wouldn't say this on live.
Their soul flew out of their body, didn't it?
When they saw that cursive A come on that screen, all the air was like.
It was like in Ozark.
Oh, so you talked to Braylon.
No.
It was like in Ozark when they shot the attorney.
Yeah.
And you're like,
oh, we got a guest appearance by Maz. Maz heard you.
Oh, must be time to get out of the studio.
We gotta kick us out.
Yep. Close it down.
We gotta go.
Everybody have a good Christmas. We got to get out of here. The final words.
They
got to do everything.
We gotta go home.
He's holding me
but we got to get the hell out of here.
Thanks to Terry Foster. Appreciate you, Lindsey. Great job, new guy Kenny, Spencer Raxter. For real, all you guys have great
Merry
holidays,
Christmas.
especially
Yes,
you guys out there as well. Black Santa, thanks for carrying the show. We appreciate it.
Black Santa.
Now Black Santa's the one that they like. Terry, he'll have those gifts. What, on the 27th, 28th?
Yeah, 27th.
All right, just be patient, everybody. He'll be there. Probably.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas and to all of
Happy
you.
Hanukkah, happy
Filthy
Kwanzaa.
animals.
Have a great holiday season.
Well, see you later.
Peace.